right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first part of lesson 54 on page 287. 287 lesson 54. This is another lesson that's two parts. The first thing we're going to do is reduce by grouping factors equal to 1. And then we're going to be dividing fractions. And I'm actually going to teach it a little bit different than they do in the book when we're dividing fractions. But stay tuned for that. Anyway, the first part of this video, the first part of this lesson is reducing by grouping factors equal to 1. All right, now what does that mean? All right, look on the screen right now. Again, this is on kind of the bottom where it says new concepts on the bottom of page 287. All right, so if we look at this, we have 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, right? Divided by 2 times 2 times 3, okay? And what we can do when we have a question like this, what they did is they took a fraction and they split it into its factors. So 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Well, in order to make our lives easy when we have a question like this, we can divide a fraction into its factors, and then we can group factors equal to 1. Well, what am I talking about? So isn't 2 divided by 2 equal to 1? So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So what that means is we can actually just cross that out and make our fraction a little bit easier. Well, isn't also 2 divided by 2 equal to 1? So we can cross that one out. And isn't 3 divided by 3 equal to 1? So we can cross that out. So what are we left with? We're just left with 5 over, well, nothing. If we have a whole number that doesn't have a denominator, well, what is always our denominator? It's 1. So our final answer is 5. Okay, so again, all we did, I'm going to back up here. All we did is we split this fraction. Well, tell you what, let's back up a little bit. What is 2 times 2 times 3 times 5? Well, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 5 is 60. What is 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So they started out with a fraction 60 over 12. What they did is they took this fraction and they split it into what's called its factors, okay? And that is another way that we can reduce improper fractions or fractions in general. We can just split them into their factors and then cross out groups of 10. So we know 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And what are we left with? 5. So this fraction right here, if we reduce it, it just equals 5. That's just a really easy way to reduce fraction by grouping factors equal to 1.